Hello guys, welcome back again to another video where we will be discussing about amortized analysis, and it will be just the follow-up video of the analysis of loops video which we did in the previous one. And I'll just say that I have created a playlist with all these videos one by one, so you can check that out as well. And I will be updating that with the videos which I will be creating. Also to mention that I have uploaded this Excel sheet on Google Sheet, so I will be sharing that link in the description. So if anyone wants this Excel sheet, do check it out. And yeah, let's get started for today's video. And I want to just tell that I have marked it as somewhat green and somewhat red because um, we don't need to actually read this whole article, because it's like you will get to know in a second. Wait, first let's get started. So amortized analysis introduction. So in this, amortized analysis is actually the not it is actually the average case of the worst time complexity, and it is not a pure worst case time complexity. So actually it will always be less than the worst case. Okay. And here we actually use it so that because, like, let's say some operations are like, let's say we have to insert in any array, then for inserting in the first element it will not always take the worst case, right? For inserting on the first ith element it will only take order of 1, and if we want to insert step by step up to the last, then it will gradually increase. So basically uh, we cannot consider that for each insertion we will be incurring this order of n time complexity. Hence amortized analysis comes into play. So basically this is used in hash tables, disjoint sets, split trees, or split trees, whatever we can call it. And let's just take an example. Let's say you are using a hash table, and you have to insert uh, any items in that table. So basically internally what happens is, first you only define that how much space you require, but actually if you want to have insertions more than the table size, so if we increase the table size, then for like hash table searching it will be a waste of space if we require a million number of numbers to be hashed. So but time will be reduced, time complexity will reduce, but space complexity will be getting too high. So in this case we what we do is, first we actually define, you can see once again, I'll just show you. Just when like insert up to when the array, let's say there is an array, and we insert up to nth last table, up to the last size of the array. So now we if we want to insert one more element, so what we have to do is we have to internally what it will do is it will define a new array which will be the double size of the previous one, and insert all the elements present in the previous one, and then insert the new element which we have to insert. And then it will, like, when the copy has been done, so it will delete the previous array. So this is how the insertion of hash table is there, which we also can call a dynamic table size. um, and like you can see that in this case it will give amortized cost order of 1. Let's see how. So if we consider, let's say, the if we just go with normal cost for insertion in this table, then as the worst case we know that order of n is there for an insertion in an array. And if we consider that if there are n elements, then it will be incurring n inserts, and for these n inserts, n into order of n will be there, which is equal to order of n square. So this is actually not in practical. This doesn't happen in practical. So because let's say, as I told you, that we have item number 1 and table size 1, then cost will be 1. But when we have to insert one more second element, then it will be first increased to double the size, and then the cost will be 2, because we have to first insert 1 then 2. And again in this case, if we have to insert 3, then double the size of the table will be there, that is 4. And we have to then insert 1 2 then 3, so 3 is the cost. And for the fourth element, as we have one space left, so it will only contain order of 1, so that is only cost is only 1. Hence this will be go on and on. So for amortized cost, we can see that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5, so and so on upon n, because we will be taking average of this. As I told you earlier, that it is the average worst case time complexity. So uh, when we simplify these and solve this, then we will get a constant 3. So the amortized cost will be order of 1, that is a constant order of time. So you can see that how good result is this for insertion time, right? So these are basically used in vectors and array list. Vectors are in C++, array list is in Java. And following are some few important notes, like you can also read this, that amortized cost can also be understood as if we can see expenses of a salaried person which gets a fixed amount of salary. So if he has to buy a car or something, then he will let's say he has to buy a car and he will buy it in August, then he will before August he will not expend it. He will not do any expenses. He will not actually spend any money on other things, and will try to save money for buying that car. So the uh, so we can say that in the first few months before August, it will be actually the cost will be less. And on the day which he on like in the month of August, he where he has to actually purchase the car, so in that month it the expense will be more. So this can be also understood like this. And the this above method which we discussed is also known as aggregate method. And there are two more powerful amortized analysis which are called accounting method and potential method. But actually we need not de like we need not to know this much. But as in gate they will only ask the concepts they will only ask questions upon the concepts. So yeah, but if you want, you can check this out. And also, as this doesn't involve probability, so there are actually some other notions of average case running time, where they where these are faster as well, where they consider randomization. Like randomized quick sort is one of the problems, where we just randomly pick a pivot and check for the sort, like we sort the elements. and like quick select and hashing are other concepts. So these are somewhat other things. And now amortize analysis of insertion in red black tree. So I want, as I told in beginning, that the red thing was done by me because we need not to actually study this for gate, but still you can actually read it so that your uh, your vocabulary in this actually enhances, but it's all right. But just remember that for amortized analysis of red black tree we will be getting order of and time complexity, which is actually given here. So yeah. And for other if you want to go into deep in this red black trees, then you can check out this article, or like this article actually it's up to you. So we will be meeting in the next video, and till then, thank you guys, and keep learning.